So here's my thought for the day. I want to start telling you about my great uncle Jack, who was in the RAF in World War II. I thought about this recently with the VE Day celebrations. Now, although he was in the RAF, he was seconded to the American Army for D-Day, and he actually landed on Omaha Beach with the American Army on D-Day itself. There was quite a battle on Omaha Beach. My great uncle did tell me about it, quite a harrowing story of what he saw that day. And I felt it's a place I should visit. And when you visit now, you can walk on the beach. And just above the beach, up on a hill, is this most amazing cemetery. This picture here gives you some idea of how precise all the graves are, how the crosses are laid out row by row, and how well kept the grass, etc. is. It really is a special place. This picture gives you some idea of the scale. You can see Omaha Beach on the left, and pretty much everybody buried in that cemetery didn't make it off that beach. That's as far as they got into occupied territory when they tried to go back into France. These pictures are of Rorke's Drift. This is a famous British military action in the Anglo-Zulu War in South Africa. There were more Victoria Crosses awarded from this action than in any other single action since. It's a story of about 200 British soldiers defending a small outpost from approximately 4,000 Zulu warriors. And the area they defended is about the size of the 22 on a rugby field. The area they end up defending is only about a third of the size of that at the end of the action. And again, I had the opportunity to visit this whilst I was in South Africa, and I'm very glad I did. This picture is of Gran Paradiso, the highest mountain completely in Italy. And I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to climb this a few years ago. And again, I'm glad I did. I have to say the view from the top was quite staggering, not to mention the climb up there. These two images are of the Palio di Siena, a famous horse race in Italy. It's raced amongst the city districts, and they go around the city square. So this is a cobbled square. They put a bit of sand down, and the riders race around bareback, no saddles. It's actually quite dangerous, but the crowd there basically go nuts for it. It is the biggest event in the city every year. They run the race twice. I'm the non-Italian ginger-haired one in the middle of that mob. You can see in the foreground there. This last image I want to share with you is of Victoria Falls, the largest waterfall in the world by volume. It's incredibly wide. It's not as high as some, but it is staggering. Again, I had the opportunity to visit this when I was traveling through Botswana and Zimbabwe. And again, I'm glad I did. And why I've shared these images with you is because they're all pretty stunning images and give you some idea of what's going on, but none of them can offer what it was like to be there. The noise, the atmosphere, the passion, the silence, the serenity, the view, all breathtaking in their own ways, and all add into an experience that you just cannot capture on picture. And so my thought for the day really is, when you get opportunities to go and visit places and experience things, get out there and do it. Don't live life on Instagram, social media, Snapchat, Facebook. This lockdown has actually brought home to me how important it is to take those opportunities, because when the chance to get out there and experience things is reduced, we miss out. So just take that on board when we come out of lockdown, when those opportunities present themselves. Get out there, get the experience, and enjoy it. Make the most of it, really, boys.